President Cyril Ramaphosa says there's nothing to be ashamed about with the ANC emblem being an Oliver Tambo statue at the airport. Ramaphosa says the longest-serving president of the ANC was never ashamed or afraid to publicly associate himself with the party. Questions have been raised on why state funds were used to erect the statue if an ANC flag is placed, but Ramaphosa says Tambo was proudly ANC.
So if anybody wants to know about the father of our struggle, the father of our democracy, it's O R Tambo. Proudly African National Congress and proudly South African. He wears three things that are important. 4, his intellect, his ANC badge, his rosary, which clearly showed him as a Roman Catholic adherent, as well as the Freedom Charter. You can't do better than that. So let's all be proud of what O R Tambo represented. Longest serving president of the ANC. There's nothing to be ashamed about.
O R Tambo's son Dali says when a statue is made of a liberation icon, it must represent the true character of the leader and not leave out certain aspects of their lives. He also says his father can't be removed or separated from the organization.
You're honouring a man who spent his whole life in the ANC. So it's a part of him. Is it okay that he's holding the rosary beads that he travelled around the world with as a deep Anglican, as a deep Christian? Or should we not have had them because that might not be representative of everyone? You know, all you can do is be true to the man. When you do a sculpture, you have to be true to the man. And everything else, the ANC badge is Oliver Tambo's pride and glory. That's the instrument of the liberation of the people of this country, all of them, black or white, DA or ANC. So yes, the ANC badge is there, and very proudly so. The cross is there, and the Freedom Charter is there. And the Freedom Charter was also an ANC initiative. So you can't run away from that, I'm afraid.
Some opposition party members of parliament have called for the ANC emblem to be removed. Samkele Masego, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Eleutheria, where we talk about all things liberty. And sometimes we just poke fun at the political shenanigans going on around the world. Yeah, and today, in the middle of a pandemic, in a country that is still locked down, we have a statue erected at our international airport in Johannesburg that receives a lot of our international visitors. The only trouble is, a lot of our international visitors still aren't allowed to visit. And yeah, gentle fact-checking the president. President said that Oliver Tambo was Catholic and his son says he was Anglican. Both carry rosary beads, so yeah. I suppose it's an easy mistake to make. Not one a president should be making when he unveils a statue, though. Yeah, there was already one. I believe the other one's inside. I don't know. I just looked at pictures quickly before I did this. Good afternoon, JC. Welcome back. Yeah. So, just a little bit of admin quickly. If you haven't done so already, please will you consider liking the video. It does help drive viewership if you interact on the video. So, you know, like it, dislike it. Either way, it helps me. And if you're stumbling across my channel because you were looking for coverage on the O R Tambo statue, please consider subscribing. We talk about all things liberty here. And yeah, I live stream every weekday. So, good afternoon, Germ. I'm so glad that you grace us with your presence whilst you have a coffee break. Yes, I would also like to know how many statues we need to have erected and how many old statues we need to have destroyed before we can run the country efficiently. Because, a lot of people on Twitter were pissed off at the amount of money that was spent on the statue when people are starving because of the lockdown and because of the economic decline that the country is in and was already in before this scamdemic hit us. So, yeah. I just wanted to share with you exactly why O R Tambo should be wearing an ANC badge. He was the president of the African National Congress for the longest time. So, I am in opposition to the leaders saying that the badge shouldn't be on the statue. Of course, the badge should be on the statue, even though I don't agree with there being a statue in the first place. Jim saying, since I'm swearing so little, maybe it'll hang around a bit longer. Yeah, guys, it's summer. My lounge does not have air conditioning. It gets full afternoon sun. You can expect to see me wearing very little in streams to come. But I actually have something quite funny on my shirt, and I might just stand up and show you the slogan. Hello, Brew. I'm not sure if I greeted you, Brew, but good afternoon. Malpit wants to know if I'm wearing a bra, and I'm wearing a tank top that has it built in. It's one of those things about, being small-breasted. You don't have to have a lot of support. So, yes, most were angry about the ANC pin on the statue. I've already covered that. Well, yes, don't they just always build stuff that we don't need? Yeah, Brew, I think your comments are coming through twice as well because you are struggling with connection. So it's sending them twice. Just letting you know. Hello, Anti-Boxers ZA. You missed the video that I shared. I'm sorry. I'm not playing it again. Yeah, there's just like so much wrong with putting up a statue in the middle of a pandemic when we're supposed to be saving as much money as possible and spending it where it's needed, which is on the streets with the people. Feeding them. I don't know, putting some frickin' real toilets in schools so that we don't have kids drowning anymore. Hello, my Amy. Does this mean you've landed? Go outside quickly. Tell us how the statue looks. Germ keeps repeating his comments just to irritate us. Yeah, I just shared a SABC News video about the statue. And yeah. Children in Eastern Cape are eating succulents to survive, yet we have another Oliver Tambo statue, road name changes, and considerations on changing Cape Town International Airport. Yeah. This is where our ANC would rather spend the money, on vanity projects. SAA? vanity project. Putting up statues, vanity project. Renaming stuff, vanity project. Like, yeah, come on. They just think of themselves, and they do little projects that boost their ego. That's it. Amy is in the basement waiting for her lift. It's generally not a good place to be waiting for a lift. Just saying. And she's not even interested in seeing the statue. Can't say I blame her. Can't say I blame her. I just typed in a search O R Tambo statue on Twitter. Do you guys want to see what came up? Should I share my screen? Let's make it big. Hopefully that works for you guys. Really don't know how to zoom. Helps when you have a touchscreen laptop. This was unnecessary. He already had a statue. Gotta agree. Oh grief, it's a third statue at the same airport. Wow. I didn't say share sound, so I won't be able to play any of the videos for you. Ooh, shots fired. Whoops. Some people don't care about his statue. They just want to see his bank records. So there's the statue that's inside. Yeah. Gotta agree with these sentiments. Imagine on this day a water project was unveiled in the name of O R Tambo in deprived communities. The heat is here, but many do not have clean water. Statue is good, but water is life. So yeah, I don't think very many people are too terribly happy about this new statue. And I can't say that I blame them, if I'm really honest. I missed a few comments. Yes, the ANC are narcissists. Hope the seagulls and hardy does shittle over it. Hello, Count. Welcome. How many times have they renamed that airport? 3? 2? Because it was Jan Smuts, right? And then obviously we couldn't have that anymore. So it became Johannesburg International. And then it became O R Tambo. Am I right? Somebody fact check me. Stevie wishes he was a pigeon so that he could go and decorate it. Yeah. Everything will be renamed to Winnie Madikizela Mandela soon. Oh, God, because, yeah, that woman was sinless, hey? Count says, wait, the country is on lockdown. The country is burning. There is focal jobs, but we're opening hotels and erecting statues. Am I missing something? Okay, I must just tell you something about the hotel that was opened. It is a private hotel. So straight after Cyril unveiled the statue, he headed off to the opening of a new Radisson hotel in Ekurhuleni, about 10 k's from the airport. And it is privately owned. And yeah, the only thing I can assume is that the owner is politically connected. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say on it. And I can tell you now that unless the state of disaster ends, that hotel is not going to be making money for a very long time. Because, yeah, we need international travelers to actually help hotels make money. Winnie Mandela was indeed a terrible woman. Came for talk of creepy 9-meter long statue, got creepy statue. Yeah, you know, I like to deliver completely. Thanks for joining, Siv. How much did it cost? I saw some speculations of 500 million rand. How much did the opening ceremony cost? You know, the unveiling ceremony? That's probably where all the money was squandered. Cape Town Airport only had one name. Oh, well, I don't understand why we couldn't just have it called Johannesburg International Airport and leave it at that. One moment, please, people. Okay, I do have to brag about my kids. My son came and asked if he can have not a sweet, not a cookie, not a cake, a carrot. A carrot. Yes, it's expensive, and you know what, on the flight calling and stuff like that, they don't even bother changing it. So, it's unnecessary. We can stop all the renaming, and yeah. Yes, the events industry also isn't going to make any money unless the state of disaster ends. I mean, there's a huge conference center at that Radisson Hotel. There's a huge conference center that cannot be used as long as the state of disaster carries on. So, come on, get with the program. Yeah, Amy hasn't had one event this year. Siv says it's a bargain. He'll take 3. Well, just go to O R Tambo and steal the 3 that are there. I don't know. Somebody said there's 3 there. So, budget speech tomorrow. We can find out the details of how they've balanced the books and fitted in their statue fund. Yeah, and their renaming fund, SML content. How's that budget looking? Raw carrot with dip, yum. He doesn't even ask for dip, but I do make my own hummus that they scoff, so there isn't any at the moment. And yeah, they scoff it because it's that good. Soon it'll be vape juice. What will be vape juice? Let me just take a drag whilst I think about that. Precisely, JC. Air control officers use the name that not most people know, and that's the old name. So there we go. Naming things, cities, buildings, etc. after people isn't even an African thing. They're copying the Europeans. Indeed. Indeed. So can we stop with all this decolonization talk? Do you think that'll work? Yeah, we need to call that airport is on the East Rand, so it needs to be called Boot International Airport, actually. Like, that's what needs to happen. Yes, they want to change the name of William Nicol. They already changed the name of Hans Strijdom. They changed Dirk Malan. Yes. Did you see a butterfly? That's cool. Hello Estelle, welcome back. They'll get all party if I steal them. We only expropriate white statue. Yes. Yes. Cyril is live now, answering questions from members. So boring, and he talks so slow. Where's that, Gentle? Should I restream it? Yeah. And we can S-troll him. SA Malcontent is not sure, too busy with birthday and Christmas budget fund, squeezing all the cents out. Wish the government put half as much time and effort into their plan. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't agree with you more. Gentle says we should call Cape Town Airport Marsicant Airport. I agree. Grahamstown name change to Makanda. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. Let me just close this tab because I don't need it anymore. I certainly don't need that one either. That's my news for today that I looked up. Because that's how much I take this show seriously. I prepared enough to keep you entertained for 23 minutes. SA Malcontent agrees that Cape Town International should be called Marsicant. Oh, don't bother restreaming Cyril answering questions live because it's cuck boring. Okay, I won't do that. Station commanders of SAPS Roodepoort and Kempton Park have been arrested with Nafis Modek, charges related to Firearms Act and fraud. I'm not surprised. Yeah, they want to rename Port Elizabeth to... Didn't they do that already? Isn't it Nelson Mandela Bay now? I don't know. Are you just talking about the airport? Any good news? Like, you know what is very unfortunate at the moment is the US elections are a week away. Okay, this time next week, Americans are going to be going out and voting. Okay, because they're going to be starting to wake up. And they're going to be going out and voting. So, unfortunately, the news cycle is all about that. Like, that's all anybody in the world cares about is the American elections. And we know how flippin' fantastic that can be. So, yes. Bye, Siv. Take care. Eastern Cape name change is also underway while people don't have food there. I know. It's just so ridiculous. Like, really. Get your priorities straight, people. Really. Gentle did ask at the beginning, okay, hold on. This answers my question. Nelson Mandela Bay is the metro. Port Elizabeth is the city. The new name is some unpronounceable cuck nobody will remember or pronounce. So we're just always going to call it PE. I like PE, by the way. Y'all can hate on me, but I like PE. O R Tambo, I did quickly wiki him. Is a South African media personality, best known as the presenter of the SABC television talk show People of the South, and as founder of the anti-apartheid organization Artists Against Apartheid. Okay. So there you go. That answers your question, Gentle. He is a TV personality. He's a TV presenter. Is Germ still here? Just send a smiley face if you're still here, and I'll show you my shirt. There was an article on the South African, but the only thing they spoke about was the fact that the only controversy they spoke about was the fact that he had an ANC badge. And I have to agree with Ronaldo's skepticism on whether he would be proud of what the ANC is now. So there's that. New record for home time. Okay. I am not using a sub-ohm vape device, Melpit. Why do you ask? I'll tell you now how many ohms this coil is on. It's on 1.76. Do I think the threat or certainty of second lockdown will ensure the ANC will get more money from IMF to pay cadre salaries? I suppose that's what they need to do if they want to get more IMF money. I think what we need to do as a people is vehemently oppose this, because we are creating debt that we have absolutely no chance in hell of paying back in our lifetime, or our children's lifetime, or our grandchildren's lifetimes. So, yeah, if another hard lockdown comes along, I think we need to revolt completely and utterly, because it's, yeah, we can't sustain this. We can't. We need to open up. We need international tourism. We need stuff to start working. That's it. I can't even begin to pretend how to know how to pronounce that. What does it even mean? can't believe that the shit show hasn't even begun here and worldwide. And he's referring to lockdowns and countries going back into lockdown. That's something I saw this morning on Twitter. So Wales has gone back into lockdown, which is sort of where we were on like level 2 lockdown. So there's still like a difference between essential products and non-essential products. And one moment whilst I ask a child to keep quiet. Sorry about that. So the UK has gone back into a lockdown, and there's like essential items and non-essential items. And this woman posted on Twitter that she'd gone into Tesco's because it was the only place open early in the morning, and she needed to buy sanitary wear for her daughter, so tampons and pads, and they were blocked off. But she could pick up a 6-pack of beer, no problem. So she tweeted about it, and Tesco's reply was, sorry, we're just following regulations from the Welsh government. Sanitary wear, people. Sanitary wear. She could not buy sanitary wear at Tesco's first thing in the morning. The mind boggles. It just absolutely boggles. Yes, Spain and Italy are indeed revolting against the lockdown. Apparently that name is the original name for Walmer Township. SA Malcontent has heard there's a conspiracy theory coming out of Canada that there's a worldwide push to get all countries locked down in November 2020, and then a planned third wave around April 2021. Lovely. Count is saying that his cigarette smuggler can organize Tresemme. Look, dude, I don't need Tresemme. I saw it is back on the shelves in Dischem. So, yeah, that is if they even took it off to begin with. So, yeah, I don't really have a problem with getting Tresemme. Also, my hair's really short and the Tresemme bottles are really big, so they last me quite a while. Oh, and my sister did buy me silver shampoo for my birthday to help me make my grey hairs pop, because I've decided to embrace the fact that I'm getting old. So... Wales is a bit woke, very Labour Party driven, yeah. Well, then they should really care about people with cervixes that menstruate every month and cannot stop it. Don't you think? Don't believe conspiracy theories, especially out of Canada. The waves do sound like a surfing competition. That's why Trump must win. Yeah, I think it really can go either way, because there's so many people that are in the middle, and I don't just mean in the middle geographically, but there's so many people that are in the middle that just, they don't like either. They don't like Trump and they don't like Biden, and so they're just not voting. Which I think is sad. I think it's really, really sad. But They took Tresemme off the shelves for 10 days and now it's at the bottom of the shelf. Grey hair is not age, it's wisdom. I'm going to take the compliment and not tell you that you're wrong. I'm just going to take it and say thank you. It is funny how every country followed the commie pattern. Indeed. Very funny. And in America, because Trump didn't lock down, he left it up to the states, which is basically what would have happened anyway if he tried to lock down. The governors that were opposed to being locked down would have said no ways and taken the decision to court and everything. But it's all the blue states, the democratic states, that did lock down. But then they also sent old people back to old age homes, sick with COVID, and made other old people sick with COVID, and that led to a lot of people dying in old age homes from COVID. So Trump trolls China pretty well. Jeez, say that 3 times fast. Trump trolls China. Trump trolls China. I'm not sure if the Bruce talking about real guinea pigs here or if he's referring to his children or what. But either way, it's pretty funny. But please do not commit murder to any animal or human being. Thank you. Yeah. It's really becoming easier and easier to buy into the conspiracy theories. This 2020 cuck. Real damn guinea pigs. Well, why did you decide to have rodents as pets? Just asking. 'Cause, yeah. Guinea fowl, yes. Guinea pigs, no. Yeah, this is why you don't have rodents as pets. It's never a good idea. Just saying. Okay, let's see if there is any happy news. If there's anybody watching who has good news to share, let us know in the comments. Oh, here's something funny for you guys. Let me just share my screen. And let me just pop that onto my second screen, because it does make this easier. Just make it zoom in using the touch screen. Brew didn't decide, it was decided. Yeah. This is not happy news to me. I'm a Sharks supporter. A really crap Sharks supporter, considering I didn't know this. But yeah, this is not happy news to me. I support anybody who plays the Bulls, because I don't like them. So, yeah. This is good news. Brew's hopefully going to go and shoot some guns this weekend, because he is actively looking for a handgun for himself. So I'm glad that he's arranging that he can try some out. Still no sports activities allowed in SANDF, so our range is still closed. That sucks, Steve. I'm so sorry. Now that I have a bigger screen, I can actually see you guys' profile pictures, and that is such a cool dog that you have as your profile picture. It's awesome. Yes, Brew, I'm sure you also get your treats, so yeah, you just gotta shut up, grin and bear it, I'm afraid. It's how the world works. Sorry. Gentle gets to sleep late this week because it's school holidays. Very cool. And Brew's going to shoot a P365 handgun and a Mossberg and an AR 1015. Right. Steve says it's his baby girl Tasha. Very cool. She's gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to share this with you because I think this is really cute. This is a good news story for Gentle. Funny placards inspire a good Samaritan to buy a house for a jobless Cape Town dad. So the sign says, for those who might be listening and not watching, why a lie? I need a cash for cold beer. And it's got his Instagram handle. Like thousands of South Africans, warehouse packer and father of three, Lusundiso Malgus, lost his job due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Without an education and lack of resources, he found a way to spread joy as well as support his family by drawing up funny placards to entertain passers-by in Bloberg, relying on his sense of humor that has always gotten him through tough times. Let's do lunch, you buy. This is the next placard. When I lost my job, I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to survive? All I know is how to make people laugh and how to talk to people. I had no choice but to work and put food on the table. Arsham is originally from the Eastern Cape. With his warm personality on full display, Lusundiso caught the attention of a good Samaritan and business consultant, Brendan Cottle, who launched a crowdfunding campaign on BackaBuddy to help him get back on his feet. Funds raised will help Lusundiso realize his dream of becoming a homeowner and be reunited with his children who are currently living with his parents as he is unable to provide for them. Seeing Lusundiso's smile brightened up my morning commute, and I know the same can be said for many others. I am a very optimistic and positive person, and when I saw Lou's smile and happiness to do what he was doing, made me think about his and the situation of others, especially during the country lockdown. I hope with this campaign, Lusundiso's story can reach more people and that his positivity can circle the globe, says Brendan. And he's raised 34,000 Rand. This article isn't dated, so I don't know how much they've raised now. Let's go to the Biker Buddy link. Oh, it's on 90,000 now. Wow. Guys, do you want the link in case you also want to go donate? I can put it in the live chat. There we go. You can do with it what you like. And okay, it seems a lot of you know this. Gentle Inflatables knows him. He stands at their robots in table view. Such a funny guy. He said last week 20 Rand to slap Indy's head. Gentle, I'm going to transfer you 100 Rand, okay? I need you to give it to him and tell him, there we go, that's 5 claps. I want video. Yeah, that would be an idea. If he has like a good internet connection, we could do that. We need people like him to balance the dry people like me. Happy is in our neighborhood. Very cool. Very cool. Jacaranda FM also raised 1.3 million for the Free State farmers. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yay. Brute. He says he'll do it for free. Hello, David. Welcome. Yeah, please, Gentle. Let's see if we can bring a little bit more knowledge to this campaign so that he can actually realize his dream of owning a home. That would be great. Yeah, what is happening with the Free State fires? Or just all the fires? Let's search for farm fires. A lot of the stuff is like 6 days old. Yeah. Google's only giving me the like old news articles and then coverage of the Black Monday that was done on a Sunday. So yeah, not much there. I love this little community that we've like got going with all these people that have met across the streams. Like everybody's made friends on Facebook. Now they like compare what they're cooking for dinner and all sorts. I really like it. It's very cool. Wait, that's close to me. Heidelberg Suikerbosrand have a fire. That was 2 days ago. I actually drove all the way to Heidelberg to get our passports sorted out. No, we did our passports in Alberton. I had to get unabridged birth certificates for 2 of my children, because the last one got an unabridged one at registration. And my unabridged marriage certificate as well. I went all the way to Heidelberg. To apply for that, because it was just easier than standing in a flippin' queue. The only thing I can find is Plastic City, ravaged by fire. Oh, Plastic City is an informal settlement. Okay, well that makes sense. But that was last week Sunday. Okay. Yeah, sorry, couldn't find anything on that. Yeah, of course he's going to deny the responsibility. Can you hear my husband talking? Because, you know, his voice like carries through this house. And I was wondering if this microphone, this new microphone, is doing anything about minimizing that. Yep, we have indeed made some awesome friends. ICB, that would be Intensive Care Bear, is making Totenkopf dinner tonight. So that's awesome. Yes, please send ICB our love. 12 years to get unabridged certificates, eventually ended up going to Paarl. Yeah. Like, I drove to Heidelberg. And it still only took a year. Still took a year for them to actually be there, ready for me to collect. And the funny thing is, it's not even that it's ready. Like, they still have to print them off the system. Why? Because everything's centralized in Pretoria and they have to go and get the originals out of the vault. Because somebody's flippin' wise ass idea in the apartheid years was to centralize everything in Pretoria. And the ANC hasn't thought that, like, maybe in the age of technology, it would be better to fix that. Like, change that. Use a better system. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was promoted. Just like, you know, the attack the click stores. What could you not hear? Did the video at the beginning of my stream not play sound? Because I made sure I ticked the box this time, guys. Look. Huh? So I'm blaming apartheid. No, I'm not blaming apartheid. What I'm blaming is socialism. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm blaming. Centralizing anything has never been a good idea. Okay, at the moment we have a centralized police force that takes orders from Pretoria, and it's failing. We have a centralized home affairs system that is based in Pretoria, and it's failing. That's what I'm saying. SA Malcontent says they lost her birth registry completely. They were very confused. She had an ID number but no records at all. Oh, that's the other thing. I got mine and my husband's unabridged birth certificates as well. You know, just to be sure. Anti-Marxist ZA says the ANC likes things centralized. That way they can make sure it's not working properly. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Raji's here. Very late, but he's here. So that's cool. It was working before, government just can't manage for shit. No. I don't think it was working before. I don't think it was working very well before. Our population was like a quarter, if not less, of what it is now. So there's no ways that that system was sustainable. Not at all. It got lost in the fire. Yes, one of the vaults had a huge fire, so it's just like a whole bunch of records were just lost. Dodgy has to go get his new ID. Oh, yes, thank you, Anti-Marxist said. I did indeed ask if you guys could hear my husband talking. I'm glad that you couldn't hear word for word what he was saying, because that'll obviously be a lot less distracting than just having him in the background. So that's really, really cool to know. Because before, you guys could hear every single word that he was saying, which was quite bad. Clinic records are online in the Western Cape. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Yeah, SAPs were actually fit and ready and competent. Yep, even municipalities. They made metropolitans bigger, and now the municipalities are failing. So, Western Cape is on the ball. Yeah. Because there's just less corruption and there's more inclination to make the province work. Yeah, I don't think I need to answer that, Dodgy. I just don't think. Oh yeah, Kant does have a good point here. I mean, we are comparing mediocrity to complete failure. So yeah. Is this all part of her cooperative governance and traditional affairs. Seriously. I should actually do a show on that. I should research this and like just expose just how bloated our government actually is. Like seriously, we have a Ministry of Traditional Affairs and Cooperative Governance. Like nothing smacks more of job creation than NDZ's job title. I'm sorry. Nothing. Well, I assume basically it means to do away with all municipalities. So there'll be, like, you won't have your city of Joburg, and you won't have Ekurhuleni, and you won't have Tshwane. Like, everything. If your water breaks, no matter where, or you have a burst pipe if your water breaks. If your water breaks, that's something completely different. We're not talking about having babies. If a pipe bursts on your street, or if you have leaking sewage or whatever, like I assume it means like you're going to phone one centralized place and wait until the cows come home for it to be fixed. In Western Cape, you cannot renew a license at post office. You have to stand in massive long-ass queues. Yeah, I suppose we do have that going for us in Joburg, where we can go to the post office to renew our car licenses. It does help. Exactly. What are traditional affairs? I mean, last time I checked, we have 11 official languages. Okay. So, does that mean we have 11 official cultures? No, I think we have a lot more than that. So what the hell is traditional affairs? Actually. Please. Yeah, I gotta agree with you. She's, I don't know, a troll. Okay, so let me get this straight. The Western Cape doesn't plan for the drought years, which it happens. In Africa, you know that you have cycles of rain and then cycles of drought, and then cycles of rain and cycles of drought. So because the Western Cape government didn't prepare for this, or they weren't allowed to prepare for it because it was controlled nationally, the individual living in the Western Cape has to pay for drought. Nice. Tell me again what you get for your tax money. Tell me again how taxation isn't theft. Sorry, the comments just jumped because a whole bunch came through at once. I'm still online. Sorry. Tokoloshi sangomas are traditional affairs. Yeah, I don't know. Traditional affairs equals starting fires. Traditional means tribalism. Okay. Yeah, your bins are always emptied and you only pay 137 Rand a month for that. Yeah, we pay 205 Rand plus VAT. Yep, we need our rainy season to start up here, that's for sure. And they're still building the desalination plant. Well, you know what? I think that's a good idea because, like I say, the drought years will come. So, yeah. Yep, this is accurate. None of the sewage farms work correctly in Cape Town anymore. I advise no one swim in Muizenberg or Sea Point, etc. Sharks are least of your worries. Yeah. I'm gonna catch some E. coli or something from all that shit in the water. So your surcharge monies are paying for the desalination plant. Oh, God. Surely that should be coming from the national budget, don't you guys think? I don't know. Bruce says, save water, drink beer. I don't think that's quite how it works, Brew, because it takes water to make beer. And also to grow the stuff that goes in the beer. So, yeah. Sewage costs so hectic, 22 Rand a day just for a dump. Okay then. Hello Carter, welcome to the show. Late. I'm about to sign off actually. I've been going for over an hour. And as you guys know, husband's home and yeah, we need to cook dinner and stuff. So dump in the yard. You know, I really want to drive this. I actually don't even know why I'm still wearing these headphones because I'm not listening to anything. I really want to drive this idea of composting toilets. Like, we need to do that. Okay. So, on that note, if you're new here, first time watching, haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Ring the notification bell so that you're notified when I go live. Otherwise, you can pretty much count on the fact that I go live at 15:45 every day. Weekday, not Saturdays and Sundays, because I do like to try and pretend like I have a life. Like the stream, share it with friends. We like to talk about liberty here and how our liberties are under threat from governments around the world. So it's not just a South African channel. We do sometimes touch on international affairs. Please also, there is a video I would really like you guys to watch. I did an interview with Drunk Questioner on putting monitoring apps on your kids' phones. Please go give it a watch. And we will be discussing this live and how we feel about this monitoring software on Thursday afternoon. So don't forget about that. This has been Eleutheria, enlightening South Africa through liberty. Don't wear a mask if you don't have to. Be safe out there. It's a crazy, crazy world. Bye-bye until tomorrow.